Hollywood has a hotel where the rich go to fall apart. Overdoses, affairs, crashes, breakdowns, all hidden behind the same gothic walls on Sunset Boulevard. And in Los Santos, Rockstar took these stories and rebuilt them into the Gentry Manor Hotel. The real place is the Chateau Marmont. Gentry Manor is its GTA counterpart. Today, we're going deep into the tragedies, scandals, ghosts, and hidden details of both hotels, and how the real deaths and disasters of Hollywood became part of GTA 5's lore. Let's break it down. The Chateau Marmont. When the Chateau Marmont opened in 1929, it was supposed to be a quiet hideaway for Tinseltown elites. A gothic castle with thick walls and private bungalows. If you were famous and needed a place to disappear, this was it. And that privacy is exactly why the place became legendary. For all the wrong reasons. In the early 80s, comedian John Belushi locked himself inside Bungalow 3 for a weekend bender that ended in a speedball overdose. Paparazzi surrounded the entrance as his body was rolled out on a stretcher covered with a white sheet. That moment cemented the hotel's morbid reputation. Even today, guests swear they feel his presence in the room. One family's toddler kept talking to an invisible, funny man while playing alone in the bungalow. The hotel's tragedies kept stacking. Fashion photographer Helmut Newton pulled out of the driveway in 2004, lost control of his Cadillac, and crashed straight into the hotel's front wall. He died shortly after. The exact spot is now marked with a plaque. And if you roll back even further, Chateau Marmont's rock and roll years were almost cartoonishly destructive. Jim Morrison tried to swing into his window on a drain pipe and fell 2 stories. Led Zeppelin members were rumoured to race motorcycles through the hallways. Entire suites were destroyed during drug-fueled nights that staff quietly cleaned up at sunrise. The place was also Hollywood's unofficial cheating capital. Clark Gable and Jean Harlow used the hotel's privacy during her honeymoon. Natalie Wood had her own secret relationship there with director Nicholas Ray. Decades later, Lindsay Lohan got banned for a $46,000 bill she never paid. And Britney Spears was booted after smearing food on her face during a meltdown in the hotel restaurant. That's the energy that bled directly into Los Santos.
Hey, you! Really?
The Gentry Manor. Drive up Eclipse Boulevard and the resemblance hits you immediately. Gentry Manor Hotel has the same castle-like architecture, the same era, the same vibe of glamorous decay hanging over its balconies. Even the neon sign looks like the chateau's. A beacon for actors, musicians, and anyone trying to sleep with them. They mentioned Gentry Manor on Weasel News.
Breaking news!
Vinewood hotels are swinging with parties, and you're not invited. Stop by hopping Vinewood hotels like the Gentry Manor and the Hookah Palace, and you will see the beautiful people of this city mingling, partying, and trying to find work in another film. But who is actually staying at these hotels? Mostly it's not tourists, but celebrities who live nearby but decide they need extra pampering during film shoots. Celebrities argue that's the mark of success, wasting other people's money.
This was Weasel News.
The tour bus in Vinewood gives it away as well. When you pass the hotel, the guide talks about legendary parties for actors, rock stars, and people trying to have sex with actors and rock stars.
On your right, you'll see the world-famous Gentry Manor Hotel, a legendary party hangout for actors and rock stars and people trying to have sex with actors and rock stars. Built in 1921, it's been the scene of some classic Vinewood scandals over the years.
It's the exact kind of line people use to describe the real chateau. But Rockstar didn't just copy the aesthetic, they copied the tragedies too.
They say that on any given day, there are at least 2 dead party girls in the trash cans round back. Isn't that great?
Napoli's overdose. In GTA's lore, Gentry Manor had its own near-fatal overdose in 2002, involving Vinewood actor Al Napoli.
Al Napoli is asking for you specifically.
Rockstar added humour the way only they can. The story includes a chimpanzee blasting an 8-ball into him with a water pistol.
Built in 1921, it's been the scene of some classic Vinewood scandals over the years. One of my personal favorites was Al Napoli's overdose in 2002 after a chimpanzee blasted an 8-ball up his rear door with a water pistol. Fantastic!
Yo, I'm getting some crank off an asshole up here. Can you help me out?
As ridiculous as it sounds, it's parodying something very real. A drug-fueled meltdown inside a private bungalow. Just like Belushi. Poppy Mitchell's tape.
How you doing, beautiful?
Yeah, whatevs.
If Chateau Marmont was known for young starlets falling apart in private, Gentry Manor has Poppy Mitchell. We're first introduced to Poppy in the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Poppy Mitchell is freaking out in the VIP.
What's she gotta freak out about? She's America's favorite daughter.
Fuck, Louise, thank God it's you. You've got to get rid of those fucking paps outside for me.
So why you so desperate to get away from the paps? I thought you'd be getting used to that.
You never get used to it. That and I promised my agent I'd clean my act up. No more sexting for me.
Wait a second. You weren't fucking in our VIP room again, were you?
Louise, you know you're the only guy I fucked in that VIP.
That was after hours, so that don't count. When am I gonna get a second chance at that?
Never say never, but not tonight. It's been a long day.
I got just the thing to relax you.
Baby, you're sweet, but this exec from Canyon is meant to come by. I'll call you.
Sure you will.
In the Paparazzo, the sex tape mission in GTA 5, Beverly and Franklin sneak through Gentry's courtyard to catch Poppy in the middle of a very public downfall.
America's newest sweetheart? Man, she likes cotton candy and puppy.
Yeah, ain't getting in the bunghole. Wow.
For a virgin, you're really not that into this.
I'm only a virgin for TV.
Really?
Oh shit! Security! Abort! Abort! This way!
She goes from a squeaky clean teen icon to the center of a leaked tape, a full scandal, and eventually a drunk driving arrest.
Get out of the car!
This isn't happening. This isn't happening.
You're Poppy Mitchell. I saw that video of you.
How did I look?
Oh yeah, good. Hey, can I get an autograph?
I'll do anything if you let me off.
Anything?
Anything.
The entire storyline mirrors real Hollywood tabloid culture from the 2000s. The same kind of breakdowns that happened to actresses who partied at the Marmont. Rockstar uses Poppy to combine bits of Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, and every other starlet whose career imploded in the Chateau's orbit. Even the in-game website Prattle covers her descent with TMZ-style cruelty. Wasted behind the wheel? Is Poppy Mitchell a young girl spiraling dangerously out of control? We certainly hope so. Police arrested her for drunk drinking earlier after a high-speed chase through the busy streets of Los Santos. For a self-proclaimed teetotal virgin, Poppy sure has done a lot of screwing and drinking this week. First, an entirely innocent sex tape at the Gentry Manor Hotel. Now, an alcohol-fueled rampage through Vinewood. All-American girl turned all-American slut turned all-American nut job. Don't worry, it's a well-trodden path, Poppy, and we'll hold your hand the whole way through it. After the mission, Poppy bleats about the incident. At Poppy Mitchell, I am so disgusted by this video circulating of me doing yoga at the Gentry Manor Hotel that they've doctored to make it look like a sordid sexual act. At least you, my real fans, know the truth. XO, XO, XO. Ghosts. Gentry Manor doesn't need NPCs to tell its story. The building does it on its own. The ivy-covered walls, the quiet courtyard, the empty pool. Everything about Gentry Manor gives off that same eerie undercurrent the chateau is famous for. Something beautiful on the surface, hiding something rotten underneath. The ghost stories line up eerily well. The Chateau Marmont has decades of sightings. Guests swearing they caught glimpses of Belushi in Bungalow 3. Gentry Manor mirrors that same uneasy energy. Weasel News runs a segment about tourists complaining that the hotel is haunted. It's played for satire, but it lands perfectly, because that's exactly how real Chateau Marmont stories sound.
Weasel News.
A celebrity ghost is spooking guests at a local hotel.
Movie news.
The famous Gentry Manor Hotel has been the site of many a celebrity overdose or adulterous romantic encounter since it opened in the 1920s. Many guests say that the hotel is haunted. Tourist Janine Swanson told us she was disappointed at her celebrity ghost encounter.
Please, celebrity ghosts are just as boring as the real live ones. They just roam around neurotically talking about themselves.
That was Weasel News.
Celebrity parallels. Gentry Manor becomes even more interesting when you look at the characters tied to it. Al de Napoli's overdose mirrors Belushi's. Poppy Mitchell's meltdown mirrors Hollywood's fallen starlets. As a news article tells us, OMG, there were so many celebrities by the pool yesterday at the Gentry Manor Hotel. It was like an orgy of ego. English actor Scott Stevens lounged by the bar and eventually left with Delancey Medua. In a rare appearance, January Natasha Vasquez showed up with the most amazing dress on before getting drunk and making out with an unknown guy in the bathroom. Wow, touching a civilian. Celebrities across town are packing the Gentry Manor Motel while doing voiceover work for the animated movie Dingleberry, a Fred's production that is expected to hit theaters in the spring. Local film producers say this is the reason terrible movies cost $200 million to make. Rockstar didn't just create celebrities. They created celebrities heavily inspired by the real people who made the chateau infamous. The strangest thing about the Chateau Marmont isn't its scandals, it's the atmosphere. The feeling that the building itself absorbs every disaster and stores it somewhere in the walls. It can't be just me who's feeling it in the game as well, right? Because Gentry Manor has that same energy. Both hotels are stunning, but the deeper you go, the more they feel like they harbour something sinister. In LA, the Chateau became the place celebrities went when they wanted to disappear into their own vices. In Los Santos, Gentry Manor plays the same role for Vinewood stars. Harry Cohn, a Hollywood mogul, once told someone, "If you must get in trouble, do it at the Chateau Marmont." And whether Rockstar intended it or not, that line perfectly describes Gentry Manor's role in GTA 5. So yeah, that's the dark lore behind Gentry Manor, the Chateau Marmont of Los Santos. A hotel built on secrets, scandals, overdoses, and ghosts, both real and fictional. If you usually drive past Gentry without even thinking about it, go take a closer look. It won't be the same after you've watched this video. If you enjoyed this kind of deep dive, leave a like and subscribe. It helps out more than you know. And tell me what mysteries to cover next. If I use your suggestion, I'll feature your comment in the beginning of the video. This is Leonida Man saying, this is Leonida Man, and I'll see you next time.